What is going on, family of YouTube? It is a gloomy, gross Sunday, and I decided what better time to come work on one of the cars. Now, the bumper for the Supra is done. It's obviously not in the garage, or else I'd be putting that on and buttoning up everything for the Supra for its first drive of the year. So I'm gonna move on to something else. As you can tell, my headlights are taped up. Why would they be taped up? Well, for obvious reasons, I'm going to try and restore the headlights for the second time. If you recall, when this thing came over, the headlights were yellow, almost the color of the tape. And they almost look that color in the video still. So I'm gonna show you what I'm doing to try to restore them. I'm using a combination of two kits, really. So I've had good success with Turtle, and I've had really good success with Meguiar's. Now, the key with the Meguiar's is it comes with that drill bit polisher, and that really, really works. You cannot physically scrub 3,000 RPMs like that can. So that adds a lot. And then to add to that, Tyler gave me this, the Chemical Guys Headlight Restore. So it is a polisher, I believe, and a clear, so it's a UV blocker as well. So that's that. So I'm going to do the steps with this, and I'm going to apply this with the attachment in here, so follow along. All right, so step one is to wash the headlight. I haven't done that yet, so I will be doing that, and I'm going to be using this kit here for the sandpaper. I'm going to wet sand it. So this kit has the sanding pads, it has the lubrication, and of course it has the step that I'm going to skip because I have the Chemical Guy stuff there at the bottom. So these are just the headlight sealers, this and this. So I'm going to use these two steps here. And step one is to wash it. So I'm going to wash it. So basically what this is telling us is to wash headlight, step one, done. Apply lens clarifying compound here. And if it works, then go to step three, which is just sealing it back up with the wipe. But I'm gonna skip that step because this is really what gets the lens clear, which is the sanding pads. So I'm going to follow these instructions. Use the green polishing pad directly to lens and start rubbing. I'm gonna go back and forth, and then the blue one I think is up and down. Yeah, opposite direction of previous pad side for 1 minute. So I'm gonna try to do just basically step two here, and then use the drill attachment for the sealant. So let's do that. I just want to mention too that in a lot of cases, the lens will be too far gone. And what I mean by that, there's already micro cracks in behind this in here. And to fix that, you really need to get a new lens. But I'm going to try to take the kind of yellowy tinge out of it and just make it clear for now. Tyler does have some new lenses, or not new, but ones that he baked off that maybe I can salvage. So we'll see how this turns out. All right, so there's actually 4 sides to this, whereas most kits, it's just 2. So you'll just have the one color and the one color, but there's actually 2 different colors. So this is number 1, which is what I was doing this, and then you gotta flip it to number 2, and then go the opposite way, and then number 3, which is the teal, and then you gotta go the opposite way, and then you flip it to the last side, and then you go the opposite way. So that's what I'm doing. All right, last step. So that was number 3, and here's number 4. A key in doing this is that you want to make sure the headlight is very, very lubed up, just because you don't want to damage it, right? And these are wet sanding pads, so you want to keep it wet. Now the Forester's lights are horrible in comparison, so I guess I'm just practicing. Vehicles in Japan just must sit in the sun all day, because this isn't as common here in Canada, maybe more so in the US, but I still don't see them as bad in the US as I do with Japanese imports. So it's already looking really good. I think the key in doing this is sealing what you've done, taking all that oxidation off. So it's important to get a good sealant. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry, and then we'll wipe it off, and then we'll put the sealant on. All right, for this step, you're gonna want your compound, and your compound basically says what we did for headlights that won't come clean: sand off stubborn headlight haze with 2500 grit sandpaper for professional level results. And applies 3 to 6 dots of headlight restorer on a pad, and work over part, speed setting 4 to 6, dual action polisher, blah blah blah. So basically I'm doing this step, but I'm using my drill. And yeah, so you want to have your headlight restorer. This is a polish and a UV protectant as well, and microfiber to wipe away the polish, and of course your drill. All right, so the drill looked like it kind of buffed it off already, and well, it looks really, really good. Another important step I want to mention is make sure you have taped the perimeter of the headlight so you don't get it on any of your car's paint. All right, I let it hazed, quote unquote, so let's try and wipe this off here. Well, that turned out a lot better than I expected. Holy cow. Huh. Wow. I don't know if you guys can see that in the video, but it's a different headlight. Even with the little small micro cracks behind the lens that I won't be able to get out, this headlight looks pretty nice. Like, I did not expect it to turn out that well. And it just might be this, you know, last step of the polisher and restorer. And I just hope that it blocks the sun so it stays this way, right? So, but again, could be because I used the drill and really dug into the oxidation. But look at that headlight. So there's the right side. There's the left, that it was cleaner than the right side, but it's not. It's not as clean. So I'll probably just do that step on this side here and see what kind of results I come up with. But look at that. That's really nice. Now I do have a clear coat that I'm probably not going to use just yet because this stuff is powerful. But if I sprayed that on there, it would probably block out all the UV. And this is kind of what this is for, but it's commercial grade stuff, and you almost need to have Tyvek suits on for this stuff. So let's see what kind of progress we get with this one by just using that step. All right, so this one's done with just the Chemical Guys compound, and it turned out flawless. It probably isn't picking up on the camera because I'm looking at the camera right now and I'm looking at it in real life. In real life, it looks brand new. There is some spots that you're not going to be able to get out just due to the age. That one is better than this one, if you can tell, but this one has no yellow tinge anymore. So the problem with this headlight, it's all behind the lens now. So I'm going to have to take this off and replace the lens or try to do the same thing essentially to the other side. But look at this. It turned out beautiful. I also put the summer tires back on with the summer wheels, and she's looking just fine. So if you do not have access to the chemical guy's stuff with a drill bit, I would just seriously consider picking this up. The Mother's Polish heavy duty headlight restoration kit, because it comes with everything in here. It comes with the pads and it comes with the drill bit. So I've had my best success prior to this with the drill bit. This is key. So if you use a drill bit as per instructions in there, you will have really, really, really good results. As you can see, the left driver's side is a little more glimmerous than the passenger. So I'm going to end this video here, but if you're going to do this, make sure you tape your paint. You do not want to damage your beautiful paint. It is very common that the JDMs come over with hazy yellow lights, and that's due to just the sun concentration, like the sunlight concentration there. From what I understand, vehicles are parked not always in garages, and the sun just takes away the headlights, makes them oxidize, and it makes the clear coat on cars oxidize too. So on this car, like my spoiler, the clear coat is oxidized from sitting in the sun. So the Forester, when it arrives, I will be doing the exact same thing on both of them, and you guys will see the difference, I'm sure, because this looks really good. I just hope that the chemical guy's oxidation sealant works as good as it says. So yeah, they turned out really nice. So I'm hoping they seal. If they don't, I'll be doing it again and putting that commercial clear glamour on. But I'm gonna end this video here. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Watch the channel if you're into this stuff. I have a bunch of videos on the channel with the STI, the Supra, the Jag that's outside, and a whole bunch of other cars that I've owned along the way. So yeah, hope everyone has a great Easter weekend. All right, peace everybody.